All right, let's get right into it. We all spend a huge part of our lives online, right? But what's the difference between a website you forget in seconds and one that becomes an indispensable tool for a business? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain and deconstructing UI and UX design to show you how it can be your business's secret weapon. I mean, come on, you know you have. We've all been there. You're tapping, you're swiping, getting more and more frustrated by the second, until you finally just give up, close the app, and maybe even delete it for good. That exact feeling, that's what we're talking about today. You know, that feeling of frustration actually has a name. In the design world, they call it the digital experience gap. It's that giant canyon between what you hope an app will do for you and the confusing, clunky reality you actually get. It's the difference between a tool that wows you and one that just, well, makes you want to throw your phone. And here's the bottom line. This isn't just about a minor inconvenience. For any business, every single one of those friction points, that button that makes no sense, that page that takes forever to load, it's like a door slamming shut right in the face of a potential customer. So the big question is, how do we fix this? How do we build a bridge across that gap? Well, the answer lies in a really smart, human-focused approach to design. And that brings us to two crucial disciplines that work hand in hand: user interface, or UI, and user experience, or UX. And this really gets to the heart of it all. This isn't just about making things look pretty. It's a two-for-one deal. The whole goal is to create experiences that are genuinely helpful and even enjoyable for people, which in turn directly fuels business growth. You see, one can't exist without the other. So let's break down user experience, or UX, first. Think of this as the big picture, the entire story. It's not about a single screen. It's the whole journey. It's that overall feeling a person gets from the moment they first open your app to the second they achieve their goal. Was it easy? Was it intuitive? Did it feel good? That right there is UX.
So this is the classic question: what's the difference between UI and UX? Think of it like this. If UX is the overall feeling of a great road trip, then UI, the user interface, is the dashboard of the car. It's all the stuff you actually see and touch: the buttons, the colors, the layout. The UI is what you interact with, and the UX is how that interaction feels. You absolutely can't have a great UX without a great UI.
So how in the world do designers create that seamless, intuitive feeling? Well, it's not magic, and it definitely doesn't happen by accident. It's the outcome of a very deliberate, strategic process that puts the user at the absolute center of every single decision. And this process is super methodical. It all starts with user research. Not guessing, but actually talking to real people to figure out what they need. From there, you build the blueprint. Information architecture gets everything organized, and wireframing creates the basic skeleton. Then you start bringing it to life with prototyping, making a clickable model you can actually play with. And finally, the step that is absolutely non-negotiable: usability testing. This is where you sit back and watch real people try to use your product. It's where you find all the bumps in the road so you can smooth them out. Now, while that UX strategy is being mapped out, the UI team is busy building the vehicle. This means nailing the visual design, the whole look and feel. They develop style guides and entire design systems to keep every single element consistent. They add in subtle animations and micro-interactions that make the app feel alive and responsive. And of course, they make sure the whole thing works beautifully no matter what device you're on. And to make all this happen, designers have a seriously powerful set of tools. You've got things like Figma and Adobe XD for actually building and prototyping the interfaces, Illustrator and Photoshop for creating custom graphics, After Effects for bringing in motion. And then you have tools like Miro and FigJam, which are basically giant digital whiteboards where the whole team can get together to brainstorm and collaborate. Okay, so that's all the theory, but what does this look like when the rubber meets the road? Let's check out how these design concepts actually become real-world success stories. So let's take a delivery app, for example. The mission here wasn't just to build an app, it was to create a solution that's super efficient and easy to use. That means designing a system that's interactable and upgradable, where a driver can see their route in a snap and a customer can track their package without any headaches. And here is the perfect real-world validation from a CEO in that exact industry. The most important part of that quote: "We have fixed all the technical issues." That's what an amazing UX process does. It finds and solves problems before they ever reach a real user. So the final product just works. Here's another great example from a totally different world: parking. I mean, who hasn't been stuck circling the block desperately looking for a spot? The design mission was crystal clear: make the experience intuitive and completely hassle-free. The feeling of using the app had to be the exact opposite of the problem it was solving.
Now, listen to this quote from the CEO. They delivered a quality solution that was good to present in front of investors. That is so important. Great design isn't just about making users happy. It's a powerful, tangible asset that proves to the world and to investors that your business is serious and professional.
And that brings us to our final and honestly most important point. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about cool tech or pretty pictures, it's about business. So let's connect all the dots and see what great design really means for the bottom line.
Let's just start with this number. Over 200,000 satisfied customers. You know, a number that big is never, ever an accident. It's the direct result of a design process that's been tested, repeated, and refined over and over again to deliver a great experience every single time. So why is this so critical for a business? Well, it really boils down to three huge things. First, when a product is easy and enjoyable to use, you build incredible customer allegiance. People come back. Second, when the process is smooth, you get higher conversion rates simply because you're not giving people a reason to leave. And third, in today's crowded market, a fantastic user experience is a massive competitive edge. Let's just put it all together. What is the real-world business impact? Good design builds trust. It makes your brand look and feel professional. It actually helps your users get things done faster. It cuts out the friction, which makes them happy. And here's the kicker. By focusing on what users actually need from day one, it can make the whole development process faster and cheaper. It is truly a strategic investment through and through. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. When people show up at your digital front door, your website or your app, what do they find? Is it just a product they have to figure out, or have you intentionally designed a meaningful experience that helps them, respects their time, and makes them actually want to come back? The answer to that question could be the difference between just getting by and truly winning.